So hopefully you all are well and try to achieve goals. So in this video, we try to understand the percentage, the concept of percentage, why we use percentage, why percentage are in our life, in our mathematics, and everywhere percentage. Okay, so we start with the zero, with the basics. So first time when we know about percentage is when we got our final result of the year. At that time we know about percentage, like anybody have 50%, anybody have 80%, anybody have 90%. According to that we compare student. Okay, so from this you can understand that the concept of percentage is come in the market because we need to compare things, and the percentage is the most efficient way by the help of which we can compare two things. Okay, okay, but suppose in our school there there is no need of a percentage in some level because everyone have the same criteria of marks. So in that area no need of percentage, but then also for simplification we use percentage because sometimes the figures, the numbers are little bit complicated, like 397, 257, 438. This type of numbers is a little bit hard to compare with the other numbers. So for the ease of it we use the percentage concept. Okay, but how? And then also if the criteria of the marks is equal, then we can easily compare with the help of numbers with their like if you and your friend give the exam of the same class, then there is a total 500 marks. Okay, in all five subject marks when we total, it is total 500. Okay, and you got total marks something like 455 and your friend got the marks 425. Then you can easily say that your friend is little bit got less marks than you. But if suppose you and your friend give the marks of some different government exam. Okay, in one government exam that you give, it is total marks is 400, and your friend gives one exam, in that exam the total marks is 600. Look, you got from 400, out of 400 you got 380 marks. Okay, and your friend get out of 600 570 marks. Then now how you compare these numbers? How? Because you can say that this is the something different number and this is something different number. Criteria is different, but no, but here also you need to compare. Then how can you? Here we take the real use of percentage. Here in this condition, how? So percentage is nothing. It's not a much complicated thing. It is just simple. We just reduce their ranges. Suppose this is the scale from 1 to 400 and you get the marks of 380. So you mapped this marks in this scale. Okay, similarly here is the one scale from 1 to 600 and you got 570. You that also mapped compare in this scale. Okay, but you can't compare them because the scale is different. So what happens if you make the single scale for both of them? Okay, and then in single scale you can put this map this marks also and this marks also. Then you can easily compare because they are on the same scale, and in same scale you just easily you can see that which have got more marks and which have got less marks. Here you can't see that who's got more marks. Okay, so nothing, just be take one scale. Okay, here you can see that. Okay, here you can see that in this. Okay, this is suppose a scale from 1 to 100. Okay, you can take it from 1 to 200, 1 to 300, no matter. Generally we use 100% only. We can use 200, we can use 400, we can use 300, but generally we use 100. So because of that I take the 100 scale. Okay, scale from 0 to 100, and 100% is basically the SI unit of 100. We can say that generally we use as a it as a 100% only the maximum criteria. So when you take it, okay, the scale from 0 to 100, now somehow we have to map this marks in this scale and we have to map this marks in this scale. But how we can do that? So you can say that this scale is from 1 to 400. What it means there is a nothing but 400 units. Okay, the 1 unit, the 2 unit, the 3 unit, the 3 unit, the 4 unit, the 5 unit, and the total units are 400. Nothing but that, nothing more than that. And if we divide 380 by 400, then we can make the 400 part of it. Okay, 400 part of it, and from that we can get the value of 1 unit from this. Listen, you can see that here. Okay, you can sorry in oh yeah, you can see that when you divide the number from anything, it means you divide that portion, that number, and that number of portion which you divide. Okay, so when you divide 380 by 400, you just integrate it in a 400 parts. You get the 1 unit value when you distribute this number in this scale. Okay, now the 1 unit value when you multiply by 100, Suppose now you have a single unit value, and when you multiply it by 100, from that you get the value, which when you represent it on a 100 scale, so you can represent, okay, where it can exist. I explain you again. When you divide number with its complete portion, you get the value of the single unit. Okay? Because you can assume that this number now divided in 400 parts, or you can say that 400 equal parts, and the single part of that number is act as a one unit. And now you can't further divide this number because the maximum limit of this number can reach is 400. Okay, so when you divide by 400, you get the number which is the one unit value, and then you one unit multiplied by 100, you get the value of 100 unit. But suppose, but you can say that when it is 400, suppose this number you get the 400 and divided by 400, you can say that 1, you can get the answer is 1. Okay, you can say, you can in this scale you can assume, you can clearly understand that every number is a one unit, a single unit. Okay, like 1, and then this is also 1 plus 1 2, this is also 1 plus 1 3, this is also 1 plus, and then 400. But now you can say that this number is not complete, this number is little, the number which you get when you divide it by 400, you get a number which is something less than the one unit, which is representing that this percent, this number which is representing that the number you get less in one is a complete number. But when you divide it like when you divide it 400 by 400, you get one. Okay, I can give you one example from one. Okay, yeah. So here you can see that 400, when we divide it by 400, we get 1, because number you get is complete, and the number is the limit of this is 400, and you get the 400 only. So it means that you get a complete number, you get the complete. So the one representing just the completeness of this. Okay, the one representing the completeness, because you get 400 out of 400. You not get, in reality you not get the 400, you get 380. So when you divided 400 by 380, you got something 0.95. It means when you distribute 380 in 400 parts, you got the value of one unit is nothing but 0.95. Okay, yes. If you got complete number, okay, it means you got, it is like the one unit value is 1. Now the one unit value is 0.95. Okay, and divide, just do nothing. It just divide the thing in equal parts. Just the simple thing. Okay, so now you get the one unit value 0.90. Now when you multiply it, when you multiply it by 100, it means now you take it, now you make it comparative to 100, so you got 95. Similarly, in this condition, suppose you got the complete number, suppose you got the complete number, means when you get the all 400, when you divide, when you multiplied it by 100, you got 100. So from this you can understand something little bit, that when we doing this process, it is nothing but it is related to comparable with 100, like now you represent this on this scale. Okay, so from this you can understand that the 95, or nothing but the 95% in this, you can see that the 95%, yeah, in this scale the 95% you got in this condition, in first condition, like you got the 95% out of total 100%, but in reality you got only 380 marks out of 400. Similarly in this case, okay, here you can see that when divided by 600 and multiplied by 100, when you divided by 600 you got 0.95, and similarly the 90, when you multiplied by 100, 95, or we consider the 95% when you multiply by 100. So here you can't say that they are the same marks, but when you compare it with in the same stage, you compare them in the same stage, now you can see that they got the same level of marks, like 95%, 95%. So this is nothing but the basic concept of percentage. Okay, here you can say that you got like 320 out of 400, and your friend get 340 out of 500. Here you can have little bit, you can say that with the help of some logic, that this person got like marks compared to this person. But then also if we compare it in a scale from 0 to 200, like now it is not the limit of 100%, now it is the limit of 200%. And when you compare it, you can say that the first person got the marks is 160%, and the second person got the marks is 136%. They are somewhere in the scale, here or here, when it is from 0 to 200. Okay, so from this examples and my explanation, you can understand something about the percentage. Okay, now in next video we go through, we combine the proportion ratio in percentage. Okay, and then we try to understand this concept related to each other in next video. Okay, now thank you and good night.